This video is about number 13 on your homework. Let's read it. So it says, the volume of a storage tub shaped like a rectangular prism is 24 feet cubed. The height of the tub is 3 feet. The width of the tub is W feet and the length is W 2 feet. Use the formula V equals length times width times height to find the value of W. Okay, there's a lot going on here. First of all, what we need to know is that the volume means we're talking about something in 3 dimensions of a storage tub shaped like a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism is just a box. So I'm going to draw a box. Let's change colors here. So this is my rectangular prism. Looks like this, more or less. You could draw it like this if you wanted. And it has a length, a width, and a height. Let's look at our problem. It says the height of the tub is 3 feet. The width is W feet, and the length is W plus 2. And you know that the total volume is 24 cubic feet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write the formula V equals length times width times height, which is true of any box, anything that will look like this. And I'm going to plug in everything I know. I know that V is equal to 24. And this is equal to the length, which is W plus 2, and I put it in parentheses, times the width, which is W, times the height, which is 3. I'm going to write times 3. Okay. Now there are 2 different ways to solve it. So I'm going to do it 2 different ways. I'll just do it the first way first, and then I'll do the second way at the bottom. So the first thing I can do here is I can divide by 3 to both sides. Cancel this. And then I get, okay, 24 divided by 3, that's 8, is equal to W plus 2 times W. Now, let's see. What would I do here? I guess I could distribute this backwards. So I have W squared plus 2W is equal to 8. I want it equal to 0, so I'd subtract 8 from both sides. 0 is equal to W squared plus 2W minus 8. I want to use the zero product property, which means I need to factor this. So what 2 things multiply to negative 8, but add to 2? I have 4 and negative 2. So I write W plus 4, W minus 2 is equal to 0. Zero product property, I have W plus 4 equals 0. W minus 2 equals 0. Subtract 4, W equals negative 4. Add 2, W equals 2. So this is my answer, except for that width cannot be negative. So I cross this out, so that's my answer. Okay, that's it. Done. The other way to do it is you start out with the same steps. So I'm just going to separate this. Is I have volume equals length times width times height. And I plug in just like I did before. 24 equals W plus 2 times W times 3. And I'm going to multiply this. So I have 24 equals, this is still the same, and I'm going to write this as 3W. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this. So I have 3W times W, that's 3W squared, plus 3W times 2, that's 6W, and it equals 24. Now, I want to make this equal to 0, so I subtract 24 from both sides. This goes away. I get 0 equals 3w squared plus 6w minus 24. Okay, now there is a coefficient in front of the w squared. I don't want to deal with that. Those are tricky. So instead, what I notice here is that there's actually a common factor. There's a GCF, which is 3. So I can divide the 3 actually out of this equation by dividing everything by 3 on both sides. 0 divided by 3, well, that's just 0. And then I divide each one of these terms. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so that's just w squared, plus 6 divided by 3, that's 2w. 24 divided by 3 is minus 8. And this is now the same step as I had right here. And then I can keep going. I factor it. W plus 4, W minus 4. Oops, I mean 2. I have my 2 equations. This is the same thing. W plus 4 is 0. W minus 2 is 0. So W equals negative 4, or W equals 2. And we're done.